Viewers and listeners, welcome to STV Global News, but first the headlines. National Judicial Council, NJC, reverses suspension of Court of Appeal judge. Opposition knocks federal government over alleged $9 million US lobbying deal. Lawmaker slams delay in probe of $25 million FIFA CAF grants to NFF. Inec raises alarm over low PVC collection in Zamfara state. And on the international scene, U.S. State Department to suspend visa processing for 75 countries. While on sport updates, Gallant Eagles falls to Morocco on penalties. Stand by for these and other stories coming to you shortly. I am Amina Ahmad. The National Judicial Council, NJC, has cleared the Chief Judge of Osun State, Oyebola Ojo, of all allegations of financial impropriety and judicial misconduct leveled against her by judiciary workers in the state. This decision was taken during the Council's 110th meeting on Wednesday, presided over by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Ekere-Ekun. In a statement on Wednesday, NJC Deputy Director Information, Kemi Babalola Ogedembe, said the Council upholds the findings of a 3-member investigation committee constituted to probe petitions against Mrs. Ojo. The petitions were submitted by Oluderi Kunle, a staff member of Osun State Customary Court of Appeal and chairman of the state chapter of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, alongside 3 others. More than 2 months after the House of Representatives resolved to probe the use of financial grants advanced to the Nigerian Football Federation for the development of football in the country, the House Committee on Sport has yet to submit reports on its findings. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance at a plenary last year, co-sponsored by a Lagos lawmaker Adedayo Adeshola and his Rivers State counterpart Felix Mweke. Titled Motion to Stop Further Misuse of FIFA and CAF Grants by Nigerian Football Federation, Adeshola, who represents Apapa Federal Constituency, Lagos State, had noted that alleged mismanagement of grants by the global football governing bodies was largely responsible for the poor outings in recent times by Nigerian national teams. The African Democratic Congress, People's Democratic Party, New Nigerian People's Party, and the Labour Party have criticized the Bola Tinubu administration over reports that the federal government approved a $9 million contract for lobbying services in the United States, describing it as an attempt to polish Nigerians' image abroad while citizens continue to grapple with rising insecurity and economic hardship. Here's Musa Laj Muhammad with the details.
In a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi, the agency said the spending demonstrated misplaced priorities, stressing that no amount of paid lobbying could cover up bloodshed or the government's failure to safeguard lives and property. The PDP National Publicity Secretary Ini Enenwong told the Punch in an exclusive interview that the Tinubu administration appeared more focused on appearances than governance. He added that no amount of lobbying could obscure the fact that improving citizens' welfare remained the only sustainable way to enhance Nigeria's global image. Similarly, the NNPP National Publicity Secretary Oladipo Johnson criticized the contract as wasteful, arguing that appointing and posting ambassadors to countries, including the United States, will be a more effective means of ensuring proper communication. Former United States President Donald Trump had repeatedly claimed that Christians in Nigeria were facing genocide and had even threatened military action. The federal government, however, clarified that while Nigeria faced security challenges, there was no genocide occurring in the country. Despite the tensions, the United States Africa Command AFRICOM, in collaboration with the Tinubu administration, conducted airstrikes on December 25 against terrorists in Sokoto State. On Tuesday, it was revealed that the federal government had engaged a lobbying firm under a $9 million contract to communicate its efforts to protect Christians in Nigeria to the United States government.
The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities on Wednesday unveiled a renegotiated agreement aimed at resolving long-standing disputes in Nigerian tertiary education sector, resulting in incessant strikes and closure of universities. The 2025 agreement is the conclusion of a renegotiation process that began in 2017 to review the 2009 FG ASU Pact, which was due for revision in 2012. Several committees set up under past administrations chaired by Wale Babalakin, Munzali Jibrin, and Nimi Briggs failed to deliver a final agreement. The breakthrough came under the current administration, which inaugurated the Yale Ahmed-led Renegotiation Committee in October 2024. As preparations for future elections gradually began, the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) has expressed concern over poor voter participation in Zamfara State, with hundreds of permanent voters' cards yet to be collected. Our Zamfara State correspondent Samira Ibrahim reports.
The warning came as Inec announced the commencement of the second phase of the continuous voter registration exercise across the state. Speaking at the stakeholders meeting in Gusau, the resident electoral commissioner Dr. Mahmoud Isa disclosed that the voter registration exercise, already ongoing nationwide, is aimed at expanding citizens' participation in the democratic process. He stressed that eligible Nigerians who have attained the age of 18, as well as those who lost or damaged their voter cards, are expected to take advantage of the exercise to regularize their status. INEC also confirmed that online pre-registration is ongoing, while physical registration resumed on January 5, 2026 at INEC offices across the 14 local government areas of the state and the state headquarters in Gusau. However, stakeholders have raised concerns over voter apathy. The acting chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Zamfara State, Hassan Mohammed Daudawa, revealed that more than 500 voter cards remain uncollected, a situation he warned could negatively affect voter turnout in the 2027 general elections. He called on media organizations and civil society groups to intensify voter education campaigns, urging residents to not only register but also collect their PVCs to safeguard their civic rights. With the new phase of voter registration underway, attention is now on whether Zamfara residents will respond positively to the call to strengthen democratic participation in the state.
Citizens cannot be able to change the narratives without having voters card. That is why we took it as our responsibility as the ADC activities, as the ADC engagement, to be sure everybody get his or her voters card, because it's their right, and that is why we support them to accept that right.
Samira Ibrahim, Standard Voice Television News.
The Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) has rolled out a new update to its passport tracking system to help applicants monitor the status of their passport more effectively. The service said the update became necessary after discovering that hundreds of already produced passports remain uncollected, leading to a growing number of complaints from applicants. According to NIS, the new feature, Tag Passport Produced, Ready for Collection, now notifies applicants when their passports are ready for pickup. And on the international scene, the United States government has announced that it will suspend a visa processing for citizens of 75 countries, including Nigeria, Russia, Somalia, Iran, Afghanistan, Brazil, and Thailand, in a sweeping policy change set to take effect on January 21, 2026. Our foreign desk correspondent, Musa Laj Mohammed, has the details.
The move marks one of the most significant visa caps in recent years' immigration history and could disrupt travel, work, and family reunion plans for thousands of people worldwide. According to reports citing a State Department memo, the suspension covers both immigrant and non-immigrant visas. U.S. embassies and consulates have been instructed to deny visa applications from affected nationals, while officials reassess screening and vetting procedures under existing immigration law. The administration has not specified how long the suspension will remain in place. Meanwhile, fighting erupted Tuesday morning in Korbel in the Moyen Chari region, leaving 3 soldiers dead and 10 wounded, the army said in a statement. NPRD leader Luke Beba said the rebels had lost their 3 martyrs and had 2 fighters wounded. Chad has been ruled for more than 3 decades by the same family, led President Idris Deby and now his son Mohammed, and is frequently rocked by rebel offensives which sometimes reach the capital in N'Djamena. The latest clashes broke out when an army column attempted to approach NPRD positions and was ambushed. Remaji Hoyanati, a researcher at the Institute for Security Studies ISS, told AFP. He said the military had recently been reinforcing its presence in the region which borders the Central African Republic. The NPRD said the army had given it an ultimatum Sunday to surrender. The group, the Movement for Peace, Reconciliation and Development, was launched in southern Sudan in 2003.
And finally, on our sport news, Nigerian Super Eagles saw their African Cup of Nations dream end in heartbreak on Wednesday night after losing 4-2 on penalties to Morocco, following a goalless semi-finals that stretched into extra time. For this and another sports updates, here's our correspondent Fatima Ibrahim Dusara.
After 122 minutes of intense but scoreless football, the contest was settled from the spot, where Morocco held their nerve to secure a place in the final. The decisive moment came when Moroccan forward Yusuf El-Nesri calmly converted the winning penalty, sending goalkeeper Stanley Ombali the wrong way. Earlier in the shootout, Nigeria had been dealt a heavy blow when Samuel Chukwueze and Bruno Onyemaechi both saw their effort saved by Moroccan goalkeeper Bono, whose heroics proved decisive. Nigeria's successful kicks came through Paul Onacho and Fisayo Dele Basiru, but they were not enough to overturn Morocco's advantage. During regulation time and extra time, Nigeria showed resilience and moment of control, with Victor Osimhen leading the line before being substituted late on. Morocco, however, created the clearer chances and tested Wombali repeatedly, the goalkeeper producing several crucial saves to keep the Eagles in contention. Despite the defeat, Nigeria's performance earned praise for discipline and determination. But once again, penalties proved cruel. Morocco now march into the AFCON final, while the Super Eagles will play Egypt in the third place match. That's the report. Fatima Ibrahim reporting for SVTV News.
That's the standard global news, but before we go, another look at the major stories. National Judicial Council, NJC, reverses suspension of Court of Appeal judge. Opposition knocks federal government over alleged $9 million US lobbying deal. Lawmaker slams delay in probe of $25 million FIFA CAF grants to NFF. Inec raises alarm over low PVC collection in Zamfara State. And on the international scene, U.S. State Department to suspend visa processing for 75 countries. While on sport updates, gallant Eagles falls to Morocco on penalties. That was the standard global news. On behalf of all the production crew and the production editor, Musa Laj Mohammed, I am Amina Ahmad wishing you a pleasant evening.